Hey riders, I made it. Looks like we've got just over 5 minutes to go here, folks. Let me just check the mic levels. Scooch the chair up. Yeah, it's not working. Trying to scooch the chair up. Got multiple screens going here, folks. So yeah, I was having a little bit of troubles there before. Rouvy was acting a little bit funny. Hey, right now, check this out. Right here on screen, Hellcat 2020. Haven't seen this dude since last March, like a long lost friend, folks. So yeah, I did the 11 o'clock, back the Brinks truck up right to my house and give me all those gold coins. It's like stealing. 2,000 extra coins. I did the ride yesterday. I'm just going to do it again. 2,000 gold coins, throw them my way. Throw me other stuff too, Rouvy. Although, what was terrible, I've never had it happen before. It was one of those rides where every 15 to 20 seconds, everyone disappears, and I'm just solo. And then they come back. They disappear, and then I'm solo. So at the very beginning, I was floating around like 8th, 12th, 11th, 14th, that. Next thing you know, 31st. And that's where I stayed the whole way. Because you missed the breaks and stuff like that. But everyone just kept disappearing. All your drafts gone at that point. So it was kind of like draft half on, draft half off. The biggest problem was I was just stuck with one dude. And that's not a problem. His name was Tom. I think it was Savarvo or Swarvo or something like that. Anyway, me and him rode together most of the way. Every time I would blip out, he'd come back, blip out, come back. So with that happening every 15 to 20 seconds, there was a stretch in the very middle. However long it took, it was about 1.5 kilometers long, where it was rock solid. Everything came back and I'm like, oh, I'm way back here now. How did I miss all those people? Well, because they vanished. Anyways, so we're here. What are we doing today? It's Muckers Tuesday. Just direct from Muckers Central. 166 riders registered currently, the most ever. Highest was 161 last November. So let's do it. See Bashocks in this one again. So this is a good ride here. And I did some snooping around on this one. Glacier National Park. In this one here, we're heading west. Sorry. We're coming from the west, heading eastbound towards... away from Rogers Pass. Let's just put it that way. So there's a lot of climbing to either side of Rogers Pass. It's not a deadly pass. It's not like it's one of the greatest bike climbs in Canada, because it's certainly not. This one's more of a downhill, but there's a climb at the very beginning. Downhill for a good 10 kilometers, flat. Then we're going to climb some. 2 little sections of climbing, which ends at the final split point here. Let me just get situated, folks. I wasn't even sure if I'd make it on. Just my stream's been acting funny today. Light is perfect. Look at this. California t-shirt. Let's do it. Rouvy t-shirt back there. Yeah. Well, jersey, not a t-shirt. So yeah, did my ride. Went pretty hard. Really enjoyed it. Trying to rehydrate right now. With some actual electrolytes. If you can believe that. So let's take a look here, folks. Kind of feel tight in the throat today. Got to protect this. I better insure this voice. Let's take a look at our map. So we will be heading back towards Golden. So it goes Banff, Lake Louise, Field, British Columbia, which we raced at yesterday at Emerald Lake. Less than 2 minutes to go, folks. Then you hit Golden. In between Golden and Revelstoke, I keep flipping them around in my head. And in the Emerald Lake race, I kept saying Trail BC, I don't know why. And I knew as soon as I said it was wrong. In between Golden and Revelstoke, that's where Rogers Pass is. Now, I looked at it in the write-up. They talked about riding in Glacier National Park in Alberta. This is not Alberta, folks. This is on the far side of like the main swath of Rocky Mountains. Where we end up finishing today, too, we're more near Golden. I've done this this drive a million times. I've ridden through here once on my bike when I was 17 years old in a summer when me and my buddy Justin, I wonder if he's still alive. Like, what happened to you, Justin? We rode our bikes all the way from here to Salmon Arm, British Columbia, which was probably like, I don't know, 500 or 600 kilometers. But where we finished today, we're at the very, very south end of Lake Kinbasket, named after a chief of the Shuswap tribe. The Shuswaps is more further to the west. There's actually a big lake called the Shuswap Lake. And I guess I can liken these lakes to kind of like lochs in Scotland. They're skinny, but they're super long. In fact, this one probably blows anything away up there. Kinbasket Lake is approximately, I just did a quick measurement this morning, from Rogers to almost Valemount. Valemount's got a gigantic climb up there. I'm going to look it up later. I wonder if it's on Rouvy. It might be a gravel climb too. It's a big one in Canada. It's 200 kilometers long. 200 kilometers, 132 miles long, this lake. Let's get into the start chute. See how this holds up. So again, I was really struggling getting this to load earlier, and my race was an absolute disaster. Let's just say that. Let's just let it all settle down. So here we are. We're leaving the Rogers Pass area. We're heading, obviously we're climbing a little bit. Actually, this might be right at Rogers Pass. We'll know right away. So the old Rogers Pass used to have on, like, if it was to be, if we're actually going to pass it on the left-hand side of the road, there'll be some old buildings there. There used to be a gas station, I think like a bit of a resort. And I haven't been through here for years now, but I think they've got a whole new stuff on the right-hand side of the road, obviously traveling in this direction. You're going to probably see a lot of trucks pulling equipment on the road here, like this guy's pulling a skidoo. Totally normal around here. I think Bashak's trying to jump on the back right now. So we're climbing here at 7%, folks, checking the mic levels. I should see if the stream's actually working. Haven't even looked yet. Stream's working. Yeah, so Kyle says you're 124 on the start line. Yeah, Okay, guys, congrats. You guys are going to be the first race to get 100 finishers. I can feel it right now. Kyle saying good luck with the stream. Yeah, totally. Hey, and Kyle, what you typed there? That's my nickname. That's what people call me, so don't worry about it, dude. Kyle misspelled my name, and a lot of my friends call me Colon on purpose, and that's okay. Have at her. Kyle's doing a zone 4 today, zone 4 heart rate. So, just working but not killing himself. Penelope's here too. A lot of riders today, 138. 138, wow. Awesome. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll go back and give it my once over. Let's just see here. Let's bounce back for it. Let's just look at these juicy numbers. Look at this, folks. Look at it. Yeah, this is how you do a race right. So we got some broken down people back here. Dave MK. Ooh, come on, Dave. Get in there. I've been seeing Dave a lot. I'm seeing a bit of power output, but nothing's going on. Pierce Monster looks like a little bit of a late start. So at least 136 riders. He's chasing that guy in the truck. We're going to bounce up. Here, I'm just going to bounce up quickly. Here, this is Wayne, isn't it? I believe this is Wayne, I think. Level 8 Crotchy here. Ooh, here's a hitter. Yeah, this guy's quite the climber every time. Looks like he had a late start too. He missed the start. Axel Negrito. W. Takuski. We're just going to bounce for a bit. We'll get back to... Hey, I've seen this guy around too. Nick H. Yorkshire. Here's Kyle. So he's doing a zone 4 heart rate today. Sticking with all these riders here. Phil, SC Race Team. David, 1951. I dare you to find a day that he's not riding. It doesn't happen, folks. Some say he never gets off his bike. Ganera. Hey, Ganera. I know this name. I know this name right here. And I had a nice little chat with someone this morning, Lud the Mud. Today, folks, we've got a lot of... I've got my notes here in the archive. It's like a whole control center here, folks. You can just imagine the horsepower we got going on here. So today, we've got a ton of the Farnham Road Club cyclists here today. So basically, they put on their own race within a race at the Muckers Tuesdays events. And I think what they were saying too is that if it doesn't really line up perfectly, let's say Neil and Kyle pick some torture test that doesn't fit their time frame, well then they'll do something different. So I'm just trying to look at the signs here too. See here, we're at the summit of Rogers Pass. So in way back when I would have came through here, opposing traffic is heading westbound. You can see the semi here right now. over on this side was like the old gas station and a bit of an old lodge. It was old then when I went through here 30 years ago. So I think that's what's going to be up here. And now on this side, there's some more facilities on this side over here. There's buildings and stuff back in there. Probably a lot of, I'm going to guess, like maintenance stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's been turned into just a big car park area. Pull over, have your little picnic if you want. Whatever, you know, those little wieners in a can. Disgusting. Anyways, so Love the Mud, Stephen Ludford here is saying start tonight, 1st of October. He says for 2 test weeks, then Winter League starts the 15th of October. Let's bounce to the front, folks. I'll get right back to that too. So Stephen, awesome providing this information to me so I can share it with everyone here. It's a ton of cool stuff that you guys should all know about. Okay, look at this. Look how long it's taking me to get to the front. Ludwig DB, strong Belgian rider. I think he might be part of Rouvy's team time trial team, which I just I'm going to jump in as a guest for next week's. I think it's what is it? I think it's the 9th. They're going to do a little test recon ride. Ooh, big hitter tunes back here, folks. So looks like they're letting Ludwig dangle out front a little bit. And you can see here, he's not killing himself. This is very common here too. 1 lane going downhill, 2 lanes going up so that you can pass. This is the Trans-Canada Highway. So you can see, like, you'll get stuck behind like 30 of these semis going up a single lane road. There's nowhere to pass. You can see here on the right hand side too, beside the white line, the rumble strips. That's where when you put your bike in there, you might even just do an endo. Like you can just dip right down into it, and it feels like your frame is just gonna shatter into pieces when you hit those things. It's the most annoying thing on the planet. But here we are going through the Rocky Mountains. So yeah, not Alberta. This is British Columbia. Just a little geography tip for y'all. Ivan Sagan, 86, Flying Skywalker. Ooh, German. Luis, 73. This course, probably not Luis's... it's probably not ideally suited to him, but there is some climbing at the back end where if he dropped like a 7 or 8 watt per kilo attack, he could get away. Yeah, Hensbergen's back too, another strong Muckers rider. Niels Brunham, ditto. Super strong rider. Erland Strunstrom, really strong. So Erland was part of that crew last week. Ooh, which one was that? Was that Padron? Or was that Arganil? I can't remember now. Hang on, folks. Just reaching back here into the archives, the vault. We have the notebook. The notebook's here. Let's take some notes. Tuesday race. Tuesday. Getting this done. Yeah, El Roland, Carol Susik. Yeah, and also last week too. I probably already talked about it in a video, but that attack by, I think it was Luis 73 and Carol Susik going on the early attack against the sprinters. I think it was in race 2 of the Tuesday last week. It was the add-on race, I believe. And I was just like, I would never have guessed that those two would be leading out the sprint. But they did. They got swamped, but they went for it. That's all that matters. Yeah, this is pretty cool here too. So I did this as a live stream, I think. Did I? Maybe I didn't. So, and I probably mentioned this too, but see these tunnels here? These are like snowshoe tunnels. And they've been here since the dawn of time. The first time I ever traveled through here from Vancouver, British Columbia, when I was probably 10 years old, we drove through these tunnels. There's probably about 4 of these tunnels, if we're in the right segment of this road. Yeah, I can see tunnels coming up. Take a look up ahead here. More tunnels to go through. They've been here forever. They've always been super sketchy. Way back when, they didn't even have lighting in them. So you would go from like totally bright to like pitch black. Your eyes couldn't adjust. Yeah, it's a pretty heavily traveled road. So this is our main road across Canada. We don't have roads going everywhere like Europe. This is it. You want to go south? You're going to have to probably backtrack. You know, you could be backtracking hours to get onto a southerly road. So look at this, folks. They are now catching with Ludwig. If anything, I think Ludwig's just been holding back a little bit. Probably found himself alone and swamped. And said, yeah, I'm going to ease off here. Carlo Calcagni in the mix. Ooh, Carlo's actually isolated here, folks. Everyone up front's riding 4 watts a kilo. Carlos able to do 7. And moving on to Rocket Roy, chasing after with a Lenio. So many new names here. Adam Pell, sorry, not new, returning. Adam Pell finally back into the mix. Persway, Grep, Bram Paulison, Morton Forby. Here's Grosjean. Oh, wow. Let's get a look at the map, folks. Let's see these groups. So, front group's here. Second group. Can we get a quick count on numbers in the first group? First group looks to be 11 riders. L. Rowland just dangling off the back at the moment. Yeah, like absolute hitter. So, this front group, the only rider I'd say I don't know right now is Ivan Sagan, 86. Oh, and Koni Coupe. That's exactly how you say his name. I know that for a fact. All the other riders I know, all absolute superstar hitters. All capable of riding against anyone. Let's see what's going on in the chat, folks. Might have some action in here. Penelope says, is that guy in front? Yeah, so Penelope, looks like Ludwig DB, who is legit, found himself 50, 60 meters ahead. Oh, okay. So Sylvia has got a good point here. She said that Ludwig told her that he's getting no resistance on his trainer. Sounds like a sensor's out on his trainer. This is what happens to trainers after a while, folks, depending what you're riding. Sensors can fail, and then you'll have like weird spikes. And I had it on my old machine, sent it away for repair, and they lent me the Tax Neo 2T. And that was the coolest thing ever. I know I've talked about it before. My trainer was kind of like, I'm like, this is not right. It worked perfect 95% of the time, 98% of the time. But once in a while, it would let me just spin 2,000 watts, 2,000 watts. I'm like, no. Took it in. What do? Take this with you. Nothing signed, nothing. Just, we'll call you when yours is fixed, Colin. Okay. And I think I had the trainer 6 months. And then finally, I can't remember if Dwight called me or I called him. And I think he was looking for the instruction manual for it, for the old one. And I said, I guess I better buy that one. Because I knew that second or third ride after I got the Neo that I was not taking it back. We got some Rouvy banners down across the road here, folks. They must have blown over in a windstorm through here. Yeah, you know what's brutal here too? Through these mountains, it's 90k an hour. It's horrible. 90k an hour is 55 miles an hour. I can't drive 55. If that Spanish dude wants to have a sing-off with me, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Apparently, someone said there's another dude on YouTube who, I think he's live streaming, I don't know, and he sings songs in Italian or Spanish or something. I've never seen it. I just heard rumors of it this morning. So we've got a group of 11 superstars at the front, a couple of unknowns. Let's just see if they're contenders or pretenders. Let's just wait and see. Only 117 meters back. Anything could change here today, folks. Rocket Roy, Persway, Elenio 79, Grosjean, like superstars. Grep, Rad 6, German. I think we saw him a couple of weeks back because I was in my brain going, German, Belgium, German, Belgium, Belgium, German. Okay, gotcha. Tranberg. Who else we got here? Matty Man, Gronin. It's just about Morton Forby. Like these guys are. Andy Up is here as well, getting a nice little draft there. Good to see Andy. Andy, shoot me a message once in a while. Everyone, shoot me a message. I love chatting with all you people when I'm out and about. Basically, the last time I went to Vegas. Last time? I might be wrong with that. I went in February. I might have been again since. I can't even remember. My life is just like a blur these days. I chatted with Andy the whole time. And it was fun. Like, I'd be cruising around the casinos. Hey, there's Andy. Send him a message. So that was a lot of fun. It was funny, too, because he was talking about... yeah, so Andy's Belgian. And he was talking about something. Next thing you know, I walked around a corner. I think we were talking about the Belgian Air Force or Belgian riders or something. I walked around a corner. We were checking out a couple of weird little kind of obscure resorts. I think we were in Gold Coast or something. And maybe it was... what's the other one called? Not the Ryu. Why am I thinking that? Rio. Rio's a resort in Vegas, which is just off the strip. It's gigantic. They're renovating the whole thing. It kind of like had its glory days and it's gone. But I think it's going to come back. Huge suites now. And there was the Belgian Air Force dudes were all hanging out there. doing some training. There's at Nellis Air Force Base, just outside of Vegas. I actually went up to them and talked to them because I was so Belgian for that day. Yeah, they were cool guys too. We're talking cycling with them. They were they pretty avid cyclists as well. Persway here. So yeah, Carlo Calcagni. Interesting here. Why is Carlo not off the front today? Carlo, what's going on? He's getting a lot of rest time in here, folks, so be careful. Darth Puncher, 26th place. Get up there, Dustin. Come on, dude. Find himself... Ooh, he's very solo at the moment. Yeah, what do you do here? What would you do at this point? 240 meters to the group ahead, 660 meters to the group behind. You are absolutely stuck here. Just do the best you can, pedal downhill. So let's get back to Stephen here. So Stephen Ludford, Lud the Mud. Did you know that Farnham Road Club was formed officially in 1929, folks? They used to organize time trial events, local and national level. Farnham, I guess it's a small town. I don't know, guys, so just so you know, is 1 hour southwest of London. And check this out, too. Famous member achievements. Russ Mantle. Haven't Googled him yet, Steve. Steven? Is it Steve? Can I say Steve? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Steven. So Russ Mantle, he's a member of the Farnham Road Club. He rode over 1 million miles in his lifetime, which is an average of 14,700 miles per year for 68 years. 14,700. It's like 23,000 kilometers per year. Actually, it's probably closer to 25,000 kilometers per year. Oh my. Is that like a world record? That's incredible. We've also got another hitter here. Rob Allen on Rouvy. His name is Blinky Bob, who I haven't seen him yet today, but they're here somewhere. Blinky Bob, silver medal on tandem at the Sydney 2000 Paralympics. So, come on. Absolute superstars. You're going to see other riders here today, too. And I remember these names from last year, but I didn't know enough about the group at the time. I didn't know everyone so well yet. Oh, yeah, Reki, get it, dude. Here's Stu. I know Stu had a really good ride in the last event. Hey, this guy here. So, I think this translates Belgian rider, Little Michel. I think that's how you say it. I wasn't sure if it was Michael or just... Yeah, I think that's how it is. That's just what that means. I think the eke on the end means little. Something like that. Ooh, here's another one too. Warstrahl 81. Kyle mentioned to me, returning outside rider. Strong German power. Big diesel. Rides a lot outside. And spent a lot of time riding with the Muckers last winter. So good to see them back. Okay, yeah, there's a ton of them here. Hoppy the Rocket, Gary T72, Shrew, who I remember from last year. And here's that name I saw earlier, Ganera. So as soon as I saw that name, it triggered me onto, hey man, we got to do some talking about that. So yeah, the Farnham Winter League, based 1 point for last position, and then I think it goes up. So 12 starters, first place gets 12, last place gets 1. Makes sense. We ran every Tuesday until March 2025. So it's so cool to see these races within the races. So these guys are all doing their thing, racing you, and they're racing each other. A little bit of friendly a competition there is always good. So let's just hit the front again quick, if we can. It's going to take me a long time to move up and down through this. So just sorry about the epileptic seizure inducing flashing in your face. Check this out. Look at this starter date. Andy, what are you doing up here, man? This is insane. Andy's going for it right now. He's feeling strong Belgian power. Carlo Calcagni lurking like a shark in the water. Hensbergen also falling. Tranberg, Alenio. I think our group at the front might have grown in size, folks. It has. Take a look. Soon as I saw Andy there. So that 11 up front has been joined by a ton on that flat downhill area. Now we're talking 21 riders. Then it's only 10 meters back to Grep. Come on, Grep. Get it, dude. Now's your chance to get on, man. Groening here is trying to get on Grep's wheel. This will be a hard ask for them to jump across now. So you can see the gap growing. Maybe Grosjean can get up there and give them a hand too. They're all just spread out a little bit right here. See these riders just spread out. Here's the front group leaving right now. The freight train, the train is pulling away, folks. If you're not on it now, you are not getting on. That's my prediction. So, that's telling me our leader will be, our podium, our winner, whatever you want to call him, will be out of this group of 21 at the front. So cool to see them all come back together. Electrolytes, it's got like a weird taste to it. Every time I drink that stuff, it's some kind of organic electrolytes. Whatever. Just give me a full strength Coke and I'll pour some salt in my hand and, one of those things, right? Every time I take a shot of that stuff, when you get like the weird tingling feeling back here? Yeah, every time. I don't know what it is. Hey, speaking of which, and I'm going to get in trouble for this because I told Joey to watch this video. Inside Cycling World, this is Colin. Looking for an electrolyte sponsor, looking for companies to come on board, help support the racing here. I mean, take a look at this, folks. Let's just jump back. So we lost this dude. We've lost a couple here. Here we are. We have 136 riders, potentially 136 customers on course right now. Get your products over to me. Let's talk. Maybe we can make something work. I can help promote. It's the way of helping the channel grow. So ideally, we want companies to come in and help us support this massive operation. There's hundreds of employees back there that I'm funding in the archives. So let's just bounce around a little bit here, folks. It's kind of flat now before that first split, so we can take a look at everyone else. Eat More Cake, riding alongside of W. Takuski in the Muckers gear. Polish rider, though. Okay, interesting. Ivan02, Jay Oliver, Mikey 3R. Oh, nice group here. Rodri is with Petrovic, Croci, and Jordy 1980. Are you a Jordy? Let's see. No, you're not a Jordy because you're a Belgian. I thought we were talking like a Geordie. So I think you're a Geordie if you're from Northern England. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm actually technically a Geordie. Newcastle, shout out. Apparently, well, I don't want to say it's a hellhole, but that's what everyone tells me who I meet from the UK. Xmat. This guy, yeah, has it been that long since I've seen him? Got Blaine here. Bruno Leggero. Sven, we just had someone break down there, folks. Blinky Bob, here he is right now. This is Blinky Bob. So Blinky Bob, Blinky Bob, Rob Allen, silver medalist on the tandem bike, Sydney Olympics 2000. Awesome stuff, man. Blinky, I don't like your bike. I think you should be on the Giant Propel here. Although he is only level 17 on here, so I guess that's why he doesn't have a better bike yet. And a lot of the riders with the Farnham, I think they used to hang out on RGT in the past. So they've been running this winter league for 3 or 4 years now. And they keep track of it all. I've got some old scorecards that Lud the Mud sent me. It's pretty interesting to look at so I can see who's the most consistent, who rides a lot. The chairman is right there. In fact, let me go through this again. Let's just pull this up. Ooh, let me just check my live chat. I hate when I ignore people. Whoa. Yeah, so Ludwig was having problems. Hope we can get it fixed. I hope it's not a sensor, because if it is, you got to send it away. I can't believe in top end zone 4 and still in 114th. Yeah, so many riders. Like Kyle, just last week I was saying, and I might have said it this week too, that the Muckers would be the first to break through 100. And you're here. I mean, October 1. It's only going uphill from here. Ruben's in the house. Ruben is a supporter of the channel. Thank you very much for being a member. So is Penelope. You can see they get special little badges beside their names. I just wanted to point that out. And they actually get a different colored name too. Wow. Andy is the king of the draft, is what Sylvia's saying. Thanks to a strategy plan, the Muckers won the team. Yeah, like, wow, the Muckers team, time trial team was so strong. Love it. Oh, so Ruben's saying, we call what Darth Puncher is doing a chasse patate. Am I saying that right, Ruben? And so what does that mean? It's not, I imagine chasse is chase. What is a patate? I could probably look it up quick here. Throw some comments in there, Ruben. What is a chasse patate? It's a chase of suffering. A foolish chase. A pointless chase. I want to blow my brains out chase. How about that? How is Darth doing? I know he was sitting in... Oh, I've lost track of him now. Gruppeto's here. Varga, Peter, wow. It's like everyone decided to come back to bike racing today. Everyone just decided October 1, that's it. Park the bikes, or park them on the trainer, and away we go. Tom81. Here's another rider I'm pretty sure I've seen before. And I think some of them. Okay, so here's one of the Farnham riders. Dolph Vader. He's back. Torben. Danish. There's the answer right there, folks. That's what makes them strong. Fred 60, Lances. Yeah, like, I can't believe. I'd love to know from someone here, maybe Neil or Kyle can tell me, how many of these riders have not been around for months? Hoppy the Rocket. Was Hoppy one of the Farnham characters? I thought he might have been. Pretty sure. Let me just check my stuff here. Hoppy the Rocket is a Farnham member. So yeah, again, I guess they're all going to be quite low members. Low-level riders. Because RGT transition, they came across. I know RGT had its real good fan base. I think I did try RGT out a couple times. I think they had like little criterium races I did. I just never... Not that I didn't get into it. It's just... I don't know why. I think I had a free trial of it or something. Did a couple of criterium races. I just don't think I met anyone. So I'm like, well, I don't know anyone here. Yeah, it's too bad it disappeared, but I think it's hard to have so many in this field. Like, there's so much competition. Jover, here's a brave soul, level 4. Could win the award today, folks. Here's Roger, level 71. Trek Madone, Diablo champion. I guess you're a champion just if you finish that challenge. He's hunting down Hal Air right now. Tom Builder, just throw. So there's going to be separation here now. Just... a couple of riders at a time, So we're just going to bounce up. Shrew, another Farnham member in a huge group here. Take a look at this. I don't even need to look at the side. Shrew, Squall, Shark of the Alps, Bat Builder, Simon JP, Ratim, Simon Honenbrook, there's that Hellcat 2020. We've got it looks like, now I have to look over here. I think we got an RKT7. I don't know that rider. Oh, here's Neil. Neil's right here too. Tom Larigier's here. Wow, this is a big group right here, folks. Doc. Wow. So bouncing up 300 meters now, we've got Stu. Ooh, Stu just had a breakdown. He just lost the group ahead of him. See that happen? He just lost that group ahead of him. Wow, and they dropped him. Oh, that's disappointing. So they're 120 meters ahead, and now he's got to wait for that huge group behind him to come back. Stu's going to dig in and go for it, folks. So I'm trying to get to the front now. Mick's here. Where's Mick? Right here. Strong group again. Mick. Warstrol 81, who Kyle warned me about. Darth Puncher's here. Let's just bounce up a bit. Work it up. Grosjean's here. Wow. Svard. Yeah, we got some huge groups sticking together drafting. Mike Hagan leading the way with Little Michelle here. And Bashak over on the far side. Thomas Lynn is here as well. Grep's broken down ahead. Is Grep running? Grep stepped away from his bike. There's some nice bushes over here. I think you can find him over there right now. Just watch for the shaking in the bush. Maybe a brown bear will come chasing him out here pretty quickly. Darth Puncher. I think he's no longer technically doing a chasse patate. So, oh, patate is Belgian fries. Okay. So Penelope's saying all these names are unfamiliar for you. Yeah, Penelope, you'll get to know them all. They're all coming back to me. So some of these people haven't been around for like 6 months. I do want to just get to the front quick, and then I'll come back to the chat. Because I think it's going to start going off. I can see the smaller... Ooh, Carlo's pushing hard. Ivan Sagan. So Carlo now has a 90-meter lead over all these hitters. So he's pulling away. He'll probably start pushing 6-7 watts a kilo all the way up this hill. And this is what I was kind of expecting. I was expecting to see Luis 73 here. Because because I think he does have enough power to get away. It's not overly steep, but maybe some of the riders' heart rates are so jacked right now from the flats and the downhill that it'll give them a chance to accelerate, and maybe they won't be able to recover. Yeah, such a strong group. So look at this, 10 riders now. So we've started that climb. We may have lost them already. What was 21, we're down to 10, and it looks like Niels Brenna might be struggling here a little bit on the back. He is now just dangling outside of the draft zone, a flying skywalker. Niels is digging in deep though. 4.5, bouncing up to 6. Okay, let's just see this happen here, folks. Looks like Neil is going to slowly drift back now, I think. He's still probably struggling from his injury he suffered a few weeks ago, where he did hit the pavement, riders. So now we will be 9 riders in the front. Hinsberg and Carol Susik, Ivan Sagan 96, Erland Sundstrom, Flying Skywalker, L. Roland, Tuden, Luis 73, and here we go, folks. Look who's at the front. So Luis is testing them out here. Kalika Cagney's further down the road. There is a flat here now. Luis won't get away here now. We're going to flatten out just past this sign. Let's go back to the chat. Quickly see if we can answer, put some input in here. Yeah, Kyle says he thinks about 30% of these riders are either coming back today or brand new. Sylvia's watching from bed with her handkerchief, so I think Sylvia is quite sick right now. And, sorry, Ruben's saying patat is fries in the Netherlands, or just a potato. Okay. Yeah, Ruben was working. Yeah, Sylvia's got a nasty cold. She can't even stand up for long, so get healthy, Sylvia. We need to see you again. Thursday sounds like it's coming pretty close. If you're that sick, we'll probably see you next Tuesday. Yeah, Risky Gur. Yeah, I love it. I did see his name quickly. Thanks, Sylvia. Yeah, I love doing this. I love covering these races. And yeah, it's so funny. I can tell right here, Ruben's saying, he's saying, Veel Bettershap. I know that says feel better, right? Does that say feel better? Yeah, and then Sylvia says, thank you. Danke, Jay. I think I'm ready to speak Dutch. I'm ready. I think I'm ready, folks. Penelope saying, never seen so many riders. Yeah, this is one of the biggest groups I've ever seen. Outside of, a few years back when there'd be hundreds of riders on board. Penelope likes the scenery too. Yeah, it is really nice coming through here. There's really nothing out here. It's like you leave Golden outside of like little campsites. And what I can say, it's like when you come through here in the wintertime, it's like, ooh, I don't really want to break down here. The only thing good is that, we're up to 100 kilometers an hour again. Ooh, wow. 60 miles an hour, 62.4 miles an hour. Is that this road is pretty heavily traveled. This road gets shut down a lot in the winter, though, from, landslides and stuff like that. Well, not landslides, like just snow. It'll just shut this place right down. So this part of the mountains in British Columbia does not get as cold as, say, Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but they just get so much snow. So much snow up in these mountains. I mean, this is our water source here. The Bow River that goes through Calgary, all the water sourced from the snowfalls up here. And in fact, if it rains in September, where I live, I can see the mountains. You can see the white on the mountains right away. Because you're going to go up to 10,000 feet in elevation. I'm only at 3,000 feet. Boom, instant snow. And that's the water supply building up for the next year. Okay, Carla Calcagni is ahead. But check it out. Just like I said, Luis 73 is trying to get away. Strongman Tuden holding on to him, though. This must be frustrating for Luis 73 because it's like, Tuden's with me? Hinsbergen's there. He won't be able to get away. I don't think this is steep enough for Luis to get away. Look at him, though. 6.7 watts per kilo sustained. Take a look in the top left-hand corner at his numbers. It's just sustained, rock solid. 6.6, 6.7, 117 RPMs. It's dropping down to 6 now. Tuden in the 80s, but able to match him. Just different power profile. Erland, yeah. Bigger gear, more grunt horsepower. Carroll, I would imagine, is going to be spinning quite high. Actually not. Carol's spinning lower today. So Luis is going to go sit at the back for a little bit and devise his next strategy. So if you look at the profile on the bottom, riders, we're going to have a little bit of downhill. Luis is just going to tuck in and hide away for a little bit. Heather Mountain there. Yeah, I know that mountain quite well. We go past here all the time on these drives. Gets pointed out quite a bit. So you can see even here when they filmed this looks like just hard to tell because of all the coniferous trees here. Those are needle trees. But look at the bushes down low. This is like the peak of summer when this was filmed. Like, obviously, these are conifers. They don't lose their needles, aka their leaves, if you want to call it that. Needles are there year-round. But look at like the grass on the side of the roads and the little bushes, all green. But the mountains will have snow year-round. It doesn't melt away. You know, logging. Yeah, tons of logging here too. Tons of logging. And it's all very well managed. I guess if you were to look from air photos and stuff like that, yeah, you'd see parts that are like essentially clear cut. And then there'll be like a little road to the next clear cut, to the next clear cut. As soon as those guys are gone from there, and I'm not a forestry expert, but this is how they do it. They have tree planters in there walking around, mostly young people that will work 16 hours a day, planting trees, planting trees, planting trees, planting trees. Look at the number of trees on the side of the road here, and you tell me that Canada is not carbon neutral. Just tell me that. Convince me that I'm wrong. There's so many trees in Canada, yet the carbon tax is killing us, and that's my rant of the day, folks. That is the rant of the day. You know, I was at the grocery store this morning, and like for a bag of crap, no-name brand potato chips, it's like $4. It's like, what has happened? So guess what? No potato chips for Colin. Just suffer. Okay, so I'm just trying to be... Luis says he's small, and that explains his 55 kilograms. Are we talking about Luis 73? Yeah, apparently he's quite small. Yeah, my Spanish is horrible. My Spanish is good when I go to Mexico. I can communicate a little bit. What I do when I go to Mexico is I'm in bed early. I watch TV. So I watch TV in Spanish with English subtitles, and I start learning it. That's the best way to learn a language. Tell me if you've ever done that before, where you travel to another country, you're watching their movie, it's in their language, so the talking, but the subtitles, you've got English there. Or maybe it's vice versa. You could do it that way too. So Ruben's saying that Carol is his favorite in that group. Okay. Won twice the final of Rouvy in La Vuelta. Okay, thanks, Ruben. Ruben Martinez Esteban. Hopefully I did that. Okay. Hang out the front. So yeah, it's normal to see Carlo way out there. You know, Carlo, yeah, again, so here's my disclaimer. Carlo is a legit, super legit rider. I don't think his trainer is legit. You know that meme? Prove me I'm wrong. You know, convince me I'm wrong. You just got to convince me. That's it. Just convince me. There's trucker flashing his lights here. Probably a cop hiding around the corner up there. I don't know if you guys do that. Flash those lights. Thanks, dude. At least I think that's what it is. Sure looks like they're flashing, doesn't it? Yeah, so look at it here. This is the major highway through Canada. Right here. This is it. 2 lanes, folks. 2 lanes. And so you're stuck over on this little bit here. This would have been filmed recently. And so this is pretty bad. So this part here that they're riding here, that Tuden is just on the edge of, this is where you blow your bike up. This is where you get mauled by black bears. Then you're going to have about 2 feet of like road grime, shards of metal, glass, bottles, garbage, whatever falls off the sides of cars and stuff. Then you've got this little center part where if you diverge at all, you're flatting over here, or you're destroying yourself here, or you're getting killed here. Fun stuff. Fun stuff, folks. Coming up on the split now. So Carlo is just about at the split. Then we got the Tuden group. So it's next. So it's Carlo. Tuden group is Tuden, Luis 73, Erland, Hinsberg, and L. Roland, and Carol Susick. Let's bounce to Carol. Let's see his viewpoint. Okay. Nice. Climbing again. Is Luis going to put an attack? Let's see what he's going to do here, folks. Let's keep a good eye on him here. Got the second screen going over here right now. Looks like he's pushing to the front. What does everyone think? So Sylvia's saying kids learn English this way at an early age. Okay, so Sylvia, is it like Dutch talking and English subtitles or vice versa? Because I do both when I'm in Mexico. Some channels will have full Spanish speaking and I'm just reading the subtitles going, oh, that means that and that means that. I'm going to have a look here again. It looks like, yeah, he's going for it. Boom. Let's go. Look at this. He's putting in an attack now. 8 watts per kilo, folks. Instantly opens the gap. Some riders are going to be struggling here. There is the powerhouse Tuden that will get on his wheel, and that might help the others pull back. There's a 10-meter gap, 11-meter gap back to Erland. If they can just hold those gaps, they might be able to all slowly work their way back on. They're all trying right now. L. Roland sitting at the back. Carol Susik and Hinsberg. So we've got like a group of 3 here. Then it's a 20-meter gap up to Erland and Tuden and Luis 73. So Luis put the attack in, and what that did was it basically shelled 3 riders out the back. Those 3 should get across the top first. These 3 here, Carol Susik, L. Roland, Hinsbergen, cannot allow this gap to get away. This is when you got to dig, even though you got nothing left. Like you are on the rivet. Heart rate max. I'd love to see heart rates here, folks. Please, please let me see the heart rates. I'd love to see it. I hit 185 this morning. Have a look. You see it in all my videos. Okay, whatever, I don't care. 30-meter gap, folks. They may not get back on now. They may not get back on. Hinsbergen's working hard at the front. L. Roland needs to get up there and give him some support. 20 meters to go, folks. And those 3 up front should be just... It looks like they're actually waiting for them. Sundstrom's doing 2, Tuden doing 3, and Luis 73 3. These guys are getting back on. It's all coming back together, folks. So all that attacking, all that hard hitting was for nothing. I'm going to throw the map on because I know we're getting close to the finish here. So if you looked at the Rouvy app, whatever it may be, look at the maps, you'll actually see the end of that huge lake. Again, it may only be a few miles wide, but it's 130 miles long. It's a man-made lake. There was a natural lake there way back when, and they flooded it with the Mica Creek Dam. Generates some power, blah, blah, blah. We don't have a lot of that in Alberta. We don't have any. We do have big rivers, but we don't have enough, I guess, volume to really create enough electricity that way. Plus, we got all our other goodies here. Every province has got their own thing. Don't touch mine, I won't touch yours. Alberta is oil country. Natural gas, helium, all that good stuff. Helium is a big thing here now in Western Canada, and kind of like Montana, the Dakotas, all through there, because helium, it's absolutely non-renewable. We're running out of it really quick. It's used in a lot of cooling componentry in high-end medical equipment. A lot of like, I guess, satellite space stuff, whatever you want to call it, needs helium, like ultra cooling, things like that. Let's have a peek back and see where some of our back of the packers are, if we've got anyone left back. I want to get over 100. So we still have 100, and Marks D just put his foot down. But we got JCG here, Swiss rider. Get it, dude. Get it. This is our last rider on course. Nope. Sorry. BTK right here, Jerry. It's this guy. The guy that's always putting out power but not moving. You guys can all see this, right? This happens in every race to me. Usually he's sitting in the chute, though. So he's a Czech rider. Something weird with his setup. That's very strange. W. Cotty here. Pretty sure this is Wayne. 129. So wow. Guaranteed we're going to get over 100 finishers. Like, people ride strong, get through this. Before we leave, okay, that's Carlo. And we still got our group. L. Roland slipping off the back. No, okay, he's close enough now. He's coming back. So out of this last group now, I'm going Tuden. That's it. See how quickly I said that? Because I know. If you know, you know. We're still 2.6 kilometers to the finish. let's just bounce through the groups fairly quick. Who we got here? Eat more cake. User. Ooh, Jordy. I just realized Jordy 1980. This Belgian rider is only a level 3. Definitely getting the award today. Xmat, Robbie Dew, Juan Carmen. Let's see what names I haven't seen yet. So Juan's just taking a break too. He's decided, I don't care about bears. Yeah, so this is the kind of place where if you are riding your bike, it happened to me and my friend Justin when we were 17 years old. He's a year older than me, so he would have been finishing grade 12. I was in between 11 and 12. Yeah, you're riding your bike and there's like, you see a baby bear playing on the side of the road. You know mama bear is just sitting right over here somewhere. I'm pointing to my screen for some reason, but yeah, like baby bear will be here and mama bear will be over here. Or you might see 2 cubs right out on the road. Yeah, it's like, it's just where we live. So we got Sven here chasing after Denis Sinkovic, Slovenian. Team GRC decked out. How's Kyle doing here? Pushing nice at 3 watts per kilo, Kyle. Great job. E. Chavez, Fischer Rack, another Czech rider. Frunk. Leaders look like they're still about a kilometer bit out. Here's our Ganera friend again. Stelvio Bound. Emmanuel Scosia. Yeah, I've seen these guys. Lancy's. Hoppy's back. Yes, Hoppy. Torben. Dolph Vader. Grupedo, Simon JP, you get level 8 rider here, Moros, Rafael Dio. Okay, folks, I'm going back to the front now. I can't miss this. There might be some early attacks. So Carlo's already up there. Check this out. Okay, 1.3 kilometers to the finish. So yeah, you can see up here top. You can already see snow and stuff up there. So it's so funny. Like it rains here. You look out there. It's just white. And when that happens, the mountains just stand out so well. Pretty lucky to live here, actually. There's some weird stuff about Canada. Our leader, he's incredible. Like, he's just a dum-dum. Yeah, hopefully there'll be change soon. We're going to have an election here pretty quick. And we'll get this place straightened out. Tuden heading to the front here now, folks. Tuden. So yeah, don't be surprised because last time when there was a sprint, I was expecting to see the big hitters at the front all the way, and it was Luis and Carroll who went for it first. And to be honest, they're great riders, but that's their only chance against these riders. Erland, Hinsberg, and Tuden. I'm not sure if L. Roland has it in the legs today. He's been kind of sitting off the back a little bit today. Maybe he's a little bit tired. But yeah, so for me, I'm thinking Tuden, Hinsbergen, and then Sundstrom. That's my guess for today, folks. Trek Madone, Liv, and the other Trek Madone, Gen 8. Look at it. 3 Livs, Trek Madone, Gen 8. So that means Tuden. Hey, folks, that means Tuden finished Diablo. Wow. Great job, dude. Erland looks like he might be trying to go early now. No, just keeping them on their toes. Everyone's going to start winding it up. Here we're going 4 or 5 watts a kilo. Everyone's just going to slowly start creeping. Okay, Hinsbergen pushes 5.6. We're less than 200 meters to go, folks. There we go. L. Roland's going first. He does have something in his legs. 12 watts per kilo. Tuden countering at 14 watts per kilo. Looks like it's going to come over his shoulder first. The banner's down across the road. We're going to have a deadly crash here at the finish, folks. Tuden 1, Sundstrom 2nd, L. Roland 3rd. Looks like Hinsbergen 4th. Then it would be Luis, and finally would be Karel Susik. So, do you guys remember that Tour de France a few years ago where the whole banners did come down across the road? And I think there was 1 or 2 riders that actually kind of crashed into it. I think a motorbike hit it too and flipped over. It was like around a corner and it was down. There was no way around it. So that was kind of funny how that happened. Ivan Sagan was riding with him earlier. Look at this. Trying to hold off Flying Skywalker, who's coming fast. This strong German rider is pushing Ivan all the way to the finish. Just holding him off. Oh my. Look at this group coming in. Niels Burnham, Elenio, M4B, Tranberg, and Rocket Roy. 500 meters out, folks. Let's see how this one takes off on us. Coming to the downed lines now. I wonder if they've moved that stuff out of the way yet. Not sure how that happened, but it happened. We shall jump into... Yeah, great attack. All original English with Dutch sub. Okay, good. So they read. So they're learning how to read in their own language and learn the English at the same time. Yeah, I definitely need stuff. Send me stuff. Send me stuff. Here we go, folks. Lighting it up. Niels Burnham's got something left in the tank. Straight over the top of everyone. Niels is easy. Oh, Elenio's coming quick here, folks. Niels, Elenio, Tranberg, and M4B, I think. I think there was another name in there somewhere. I joke about it. I think I made a joke one day. Someone's going to end up sending me like a candied herring or something. Just, you know, weird local things that people eat. If you don't eat them, they're weird. I'm not saying they're weird, but they're weird. Everyone has their strange, I don't know, cultural or their customs, things that they eat. Yeah, I think it would be cool to get a care package. So if you ever want to send me some stuff, Adam Pell coming here. Adam Pell, super strong rider too. Good to see him back. Then we're going back to Coney Coupe. Gonna ride solo. Bram Paulison. I think he might be doing the potato ride at the moment. Is that right, Ruben? Just riding solo. Risky's Gur. This guy's a superstar rider too, Spanish rider. Yeah, I got to catch some of the Gur races. The problem is right now they're kind of conflicting with the Muckers races. Like I think there was a Gur race today at 11:30. So yeah, see where he's riding right now in those little grooves? Yeah, impossible. Absolutely impossible. At this speed, your bike would disintegrate. What's Stu up to here? Ooh, Stu's leading. So Bram Paulison's going to finish solo. So is Risky's Gur. Let's get back to this group here. Oh my. So guys, I apologize. I won't even be able to tell you who crossed the finish line first. I'm already predicting that. We got D. Roy here. Haven't seen him before. Matty Man. Mike Hagan. Yes. Grosjean. Little Michelle. Gronin. And Radzix. So, wow. We got 8 riders coming in hot, folks. Some are still riding their Rouvy bikes. Oh, Stu, which bike are you on? I can't see. Oh, Stu's on a Streck Madone. Stu's going early. Stu likes to go early. Okay, he just pushed a little bit. Still 600 meters to go. So Stu was just giving him a little dig. Now he goes again. 8.5 watts per kilo. He goes hard. He lets off. He's messing with him. He's toying with him. He's like the puppet master at this point. He's doing it again, folks. He kicks, and then he's going to back off again. So we're less than 400 meters to go again, and he's doing it again. Are you guys watching this? Now he goes. I just saw 11 watts per kilo. Okay, Stu. And he lets him get again, and he attacks again. He's just trying to wear them out, folks. DeRoy looks like he might be the only one to hang with him. The finish line's coming quick. Stu digs again. Who's coming up now? Gronin coming up like an interceptor missile. Just passes Stu for 19th place. Stu will get 20th. Wow, that was awesome. Stu, definite highlight reel, dude. Definite highlight reel right there. I'm so glad I caught that. See, that's the kind of stuff you don't get to see unless you're watching yours truly, Colin, over at Inside Cycling World, covering all the best action. I'm going to start doing some different stuff really, really soon, folks. I want to check out some other things. I want to make some new different videos. Kay Vonnegan finishing 28th. Persway next. Gary T72. That is a Farnham Road Club rider right here, folks. Straight out of the UK. Coming in really strong position, 230th place. Lind. Can't figure out your Roman numerals. Ooh, Umil just blew past him there with Tom Larigio. Oh my. Thomas Lind coming. There was yeah, about 8 riders just finished there instantaneously. Ludwig DB, yeah, so he's having troubles with his power. I'm going to say his power sensor, his speed sensor is out of whack. Andy Up just coming past him nice and slowly. I think he actually put out a hand and tried to give him a hand pull. You know what they do at the track to kind of whip him forward. Ludwig's really struggling to get to the finish line here, folks. Power's out. 41st place, Bashak coming in now. Svard's going hard with Yaaaaaaaayyyyyyy. Ooh, this looks juicy fruit. They're all going hard. Bashak at 9, Svard, Yaaaaaaaayyyyyyy leading the way in, folks. All finishing together there. Someone just popped in right behind them, too. Here comes Chorus, Doc, PS. What does PS mean? I don't know. German rider. Bat Builder will be next. Bouncing back. Here's this Worsterl 81 who apparently hasn't been on Rouvy for a little bit. Just riding outside. Strong rider. Looks good to me. 4 watts a kilo at the finish. Nice 75 kilograms, something like that. Yeah, so if you like this kind of stuff, you like my ramblings, my ranting, fake stuff that I make up, my science tip of the day, geography tips, geology, how we build crappy roads in Canada, our crappy politicians, subscribe to the channel. Just subscribe. Just click the buttons, hit that little bell thing so you don't miss the live streams. So lately, all of my videos have been live streams. I've gone away from just making videos and pumping them up. In fact, even when I do some of my tutorial videos, I'm going to have them live because I think the community can really help me make them better. Like, hey, what about this? Hey, Colin, make sure you show them that, because there's a ton of people in our Discord. Join the Team GRC Discord. There's a link at the top of the channel. You can't really miss it. It's near the description part. There's a forever link there. Just click it. Get in the Discord. You'll figure it out when you get there. You'll be like, well, what am I going to get out of it? You'll know. You'll know. Worcester all finishing strong here. 6 watts a kilo. We got this Gianluco. It's Peroni or something like that. I think I saw him at the America's Watts stuff. Peruta. Grep finished. Parasol finished. Well, I might have butchered that name. That's okay though. Okay, I'm trying to get back to some of the rest. Mix going in next. Ooh, look at this here. So we got, looks like Simon Honenbrook. Here's Lud the Mud. Riding with another Farnham rider right here. Yeah, so a lot of the Farnham riders, I think Steven's been around for a long time. Shrew's off the front. Shrew is a Farnham rider. So going solo to the finish with another Farnham rider pursuing. So a lot of the Farnham riders are like in that level 20 range. But Steven's been around a lot longer. The Sharks finishing with them. Yep, so Simon Honenbrock. I saw him a few days ago, I believe. Okay, here's a name we haven't seen. H. Barroso, PT. Nice to meet you, dude. Mick is coming up. Here comes Neil. Neil's coming to the finish. Strong 6 watts per kilo. Darth Puncher, still doing his potato ride, apparently. French fry ride. Belgian fries. So are Belgian fries kind of like poutine? So that's the thing here, right back in Quebec. Now, it's all over the place now. So I think the official poutine way you have to make with a particular cheese curd. It's kind of like champagne. There's champagne everywhere, but it's not really champagne. It's sparkling wine. So everyone has their different version of poutine now. But it's, fries with cheese and gravy. Spectacular. Thank you, Quebec. So Darth's going to finish in 65th here. Paceline G. Here we go. Mako. Lionel Cunha. So, is this Portuguese? Pretty sure this is some of the flags, gotta say, don't show up that well for me. So, it is what it is. Just doing a little coasty there. He's checking his phone. We got Fred 60 coming in next with Hal Air and Seacrell. Yeah, all these names I know. I know everyone here. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but like 90% of these riders, I know who they are. Let's get back to the chat. Yeah, Penelope, there was a level 3 rider out there somewhere. And Ruben's asking, does Chad have power again? Oh, yeah, hurricane. There was a big hurricane in the States, folks, so some people ran out of power. Their power's knocked down. Ruben Martinez Esteban, thanks for streaming. Was a great one. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you watching and jumping in and commenting, too. So thank you very much. Penelope's saying there's 3 level 3s. How do I give out the award? I'll send her a pic next time I'm having Belgian race. Yeah, perfect, Ruben. Let me get back to this. I see some sprints going up. Seacrell chasing after Hal Air super hard. Will he catch him at the line? He does. Caught him right at the finish. Actually, I think it was someone else this morning. Fred 60 coming in next. Varga Peter. Yeah, I see this dude all the time too. Someone was saying, was it on the Facebook or might have been in the Discord? I can't remember. Someone was saying, let's post some pictures of all the things we eat after, what snacks you eat. Inside the Discord, there is an entire channel dedicated to your after ride snacks. Joe Ver, hitting it hard, level 18 rider. It's called the Charcuterie Board. So it's where you go post, hey man, this is what I have to ride. It's just like fantastic. All the quality foods, quality beers. Oh, I love it. I could use some quality beers right about now. Roger Trainers, Rogers Trainer, it's always so hard to say that, coming in 75th. Simon Kitt comes in next. Okay, yeah, so Varga just finished, and then Dima's coming in. I see this name a lot now. So obviously took off. Well, yeah, what flag is this, folks? So Dima 101 new. There's another flag that looks kind of like that. There's another symbol. I'm going to have to go study these maps. These flags a bit more. But Rune Holtzman says, I'm going for it. 250 meters out. Dima's pursuing, but not at the same power level. Rune's finishing nice and strong here, 7 watts per kilo. Yeah, nice job, dude. Tom Builder. Look at this, Pat B's only a level 4. I think we've seen Pat before. Rebel 72's here, I just noticed him. Decked out in GRC gear, folks. Hey, don't forget too, if you like this GRC gear, you can actually buy it. So there's Team GRC gear at Owayo, O-W-A-Y-O dot whatever. They might have different websites in your countries. I don't know. And so there's jerseys, there's shorts. I think there's caps. I think there's a headband. I need like a full wide headband, one of those fleece ones. I need wristbands, like AKA Bjorn Borg type look. I would wear them too. As I sit here right now, I would probably like get a workout right before, just sweaty, and then I would wear them sitting right here for you. Yeah, back to the chat. Neil, you're gonna get 100 finishers for sure. So Neil's got 58th. He's thanking Simon. And Penelope's saying it's great to have Penelope here too, because she's getting extra stuff in there for me. Here, I'm going to back up, folks, because I'm missing some stuff. Yeah, oh, Neil, 100 easy. 100 easy. I'll have to send a message to Rouvy. Yeah, Penelope's saying there's about 12 or 15 level riders who were level 9 or lower. Yeah, so, yeah, true. 8 to 10% of your riders, Neil, were like pretty low level. So Neil's 58th. So Ruben's saying stick to Chas Patat for a useless effort because nothing's going to happen. You're like in no man's land. Definitely 100 finishers. Pat B just leveled up. She was level 3 a few minutes ago. Okay, good stuff. We're going to hang out here, folks. Hanging out. So what's going on in my world today? Hey, here's an important dude right here. Farnham Road Club rider, the chairman, rides all the time with Blinky Bob. All the time. They do a lot of tandem riding together, and Stephen Ludford says that he's done some tandem riding too with them, with Blinky Bob. So it's pretty cool to get to know all these new riders here. Wow, look at this guy. He is a level 9. Okay, so there's Jordy, level 3. And PO919, he's only a level 9. Here's a Farnham rider, Ganera. Blinky Bob. So yeah, Paralympian. Here's someone else I want to talk about. Remember yesterday's race? Don't even remember. The second... Guys, I don't remember anymore. I think I'm losing my brain here. This is the only thing that keeps me sane these days, I'm telling you. It was the gravel race we did. It was a Casto Canyon. It was a GRC event, wasn't it? Can someone help me out here? Ciclista Carla. He was way up there. Okay, I'm going to give him a shout out here because he says, you can tell people my age. He's 73. He's 73 years old. He sent me a picture. He's wearing his Georgia State Champion age category. I think 70 plus jersey he's wearing. So that's for, I think it goes from 70 to 74. He's the state champion in the road race for the state of Georgia. And then I think he sent me some pictures of his jersey. He is in fighting form, folks. Like lean, mean fighting machine to me. Like no extra body weight. Probably been riding bikes all his life. So he deserves, I guess, the respect to be recognized. But yeah, he was like top 10 or something. I wish I knew what position he finished in right now. Gonna hit the chat here. Yeah, who's coming over the line in 100th place? Good idea, Neil. good idea. I've missed him. Simon JP was 105th. So I missed that part. So Simon JP will be 105. Yeah, so first ride over 100 this year. This is all community power. And this is Colin giving his talk. I'm going to put the hands together a lot like this. This means you're taking control, folks. This is community power. This is what communities do. This is what we do for Rouvy. There's no bonus coins for this, folks. This is just people wanting to support these events because we do them right. Consistency, and just making them better and better. And Rouvy providing great routes, except for the banner that's across the road here that everyone's going to crash on. Ganero will be coming next. Yeah, so I don't know who the 100th finisher was, but I'm sure we'll find out later. So it looks like currently we are on track. Ooh, so good, man. So good. We're on track for 126 finishers, maybe 125. Frunk has had a little bit of an accident here. He saw a bear and he said, I'm leaving. That's it. Yeah, the funniest thing too is when... oh, I don't want to be on that rider. Let's hang out with JCG83 here. Swiss rider. Another banner across the road. Axel Negrito. Let's find a low-level rider to chill with. Who's the lowest rider left out there? Jordy. So Jordy is currently 1.3 kilometers out. Yeah, it's so funny. You guys are probably seeing the memes and stuff from anywhere on Facebook or something like that. It happens all the time out here. There's so much wild animals. It'll show tourists like going and trying to pet, bear cubs. I mean, yeah, the bear cub's kind of cute. They're very cute. And they probably weigh 80 to 100 pounds, but there's like an 800-pound bear just lurking in the trees. Like with one swipe will like literally take your head off your body. Moose, they're gigantic. Like, why would you ever think you're going to pet a moose? It's just crazy. Oh, yeah, Neil, thank you for bringing me that up. I forgot to mention that in my preview show yesterday. Yes, I love Mount Evans. So Neil saying superb coverage, Colin. Hey, thank you. He's hitting the showers. Horrible hill climb on Thursday for the first race of this month's championship. So that's right, folks. It's Thursday, Muckers Worldwide Championship Series, first round for October. So Mount Evans, I got in and I climbed Mount Evans way back when. So I read a book by Jonathan Vaughters. He's the director sportif. Actually, I think he's the bigwig for like all those EF teams, EF Education, EF whatever. They've had billions of different names. Ex-pro rider. He was like a superstar cyclist who never really got everything that he should have. His VO2 max was like way off the charts. And when he was younger in the early 90s, he used to dominate Mount Evans, somewhere in Colorado. It's kind of like their Vaughn 2, I guess. Basically, what's your time on Mount Evans? That means something to everyone there. So I wrote it as of, I looked about 2 weeks back when I saw Mount Evans pop up. Not one of my friends had done Mount Evans. I only knew about it because of the book. So it's a really good book. Audiobook it. That's how I'm doing things these days, folks. I'm just doing everything audiobook. On vacations, I actually read. So Jordy's going to come in 110th. Check out this dude, Crotchy. Love that name. And JCG, W. Cotty. So I'm pretty sure this rider is in our GRC Discord group. 125 riders, folks. That's awesome. And I think last week, we had about 80. So it's going up huge. I mean, what's that? It's a 50% growth, right? 80 to 120, something like that. Okay. Yeah, Mount Evans is going to be good. I'm really looking forward to that one. I think I wrote it pretty good. Things I want to go back at. Oh, you think Roger stopped? I'm not sure we were seeing that Penelope. I thought I saw him finish. Let's have a little peek. I'm going to go back through this here. So technically 140 people hit the start line. Oh, Pierce Monster. He's a Farnham guy. Looks like he didn't get much of a start. Something happened. I don't see Roger. Okay. Here, we're going JCG for a second, and I want to read some comments here. Stu is saying that was tough. I was in a group. Stu, dude, I caught all your action at the end. It was so good. So good. I loved it. He was in a group of 25 to 30. When that climb started, my screen froze. Dude, I saw it. That's all on. I caught all that in the video, so you can go back and have a look at it. Yeah, so I came back to you to that group because you were with Bashak, and when I clicked in, I could see you just disconnected. And when you reconnected, it didn't put you back with him. It gave you the gap. So 10 seconds later, I'd gone from 22nd to 50 with a 200-meter gap to catch. You caught them, but dude, your finish was like insane. That I'm going to call it the yo-yo effect. Like basically sprint, let off, sprint, let off, sprint, let off. That was so cool to watch. And it's all there for you to watch over and over and over. View counts, view counts, view counts, view counts. So look at Roger. It looks like he stopped position 101. Okay. And Kyle says, I think I have to a big thank you to Colin, but also all the other riders who ride the Muckers riders. Yeah, dude, I love covering these races. Stu saying he missed 2 sprints this evening by around 0.2 seconds. Yeah, Stu, I think you're in hitter category now, for sure. Yeah, like that's part of it too. You know, Kyle and Neil spend a lot of time organizing this stuff, as do all the other race organizers. There's stuff that goes up beyond in the background of GRC that people put time into that I really have very little to do with. I don't even have any say in what races we ride. I just, yeah, sounds good to me. Let's go. You know, like I'm fine with it. I'm probably one of the most easygoing people you can meet. I'm not going to fight over it. The race videos, it's all on me. It's all me. And I don't want to make it seem like this is hard or whatever. I think the hardest part for me doing this, like just to be honest, is that I do these videos and then I'm like, oh, I got to do my ride. Like, sometimes just doing this part is pretty tiring. Just kind of talking the whole time, trying to provide something worthy to listening to. So looks like we just had a rider finished. So here's going to be Paul C70 from the UK. He's a level 46 rider, riding nice here, 3 watts per kilogram. Looks like about a 60 kilogram rider on the Trek Madone Gen 7. Bouncing back a little bit, we're 1 kilometer back to our GRC friend here, Eat More Cake from Wales. So yeah, like I put a lot of time into this too, but it's fun. I really enjoy doing this. This, like, to me right now in this weird world I'm living in, this is my little bit of sanity right here. This is what keeps me sane. Talking to people that care what I'm talking about. Because if I told some of my buddies this, they'd be like, oh, bikes? Why are you riding bikes? Let's go to the driving range. Okay, whatever, dude. Let's do something hard. And most people have no idea how hard this is. They're like, oh, I used to ride a bike. Well, yeah, when I was 12. And now you're 52, and you haven't worked out since high school. Gadoosh. There's just that. Or like I keep telling you, I had my one buddy who jumps in and watch. Hey, Birch, if you ever watch this, he jumps in, he goes, oh man, that looks so hard. I'm like, nah, it wasn't hard at all. That was not hard at all. It was, I can't even remember now. It was Keep Your Summer Going. Was there a Canberra one recently? I think it was like 20-something kilometers. And all I was doing on that one, Neil was in the live stream, and he says, I want you doing 300 watts on all the bumps. So, of course I did. And yes, 300 watts hurts a little bit, but they're definitely not a hard ride. But if you don't know, you don't know. Okay, less riders have finished. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got something to do with the lag or something. I don't really know, Penelope. Stu says he's all about entertaining people for the videos. No point like cycling like Chris Froome in his early years when I could try to entertain like Peter Sagan. Yes, with about 20% of his power, even better. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you know what? I really want to have that too. Like yesterday, we kind of at the end of the video got into a really cool talk about sprinters, old school cyclists. You know, we were talking about Pogacar. We were talking about Eddie Merckx. We threw Chris Boardman in there. I need to read a good Eddie Merckx book. I think Boardman has a book too. It's just a matter of listening to them all, right? And trying to retain some of the info. I really want to do the 1923 book. I think that book is about, it's by Ned Boulting, famous cyclist, cycling author. He buys a 2.5 minute long piece of film at auction. I think we're sitting in the start finish shoot, aren't we? Okay, eat more cakes coming to the finish now. And it's like little snippets from the 1923 Tour de France. And I think there's like 8 or 9 sequences in there. And he goes back and builds the story around it, but just a huge positive reviews. I should have an Amazon link for that book, shouldn't I? Get a little kickback. So we got 3 riders left out there. Since this is the single biggest race so far with over 100 finishers, we're going to stick right to the finish. We got a little bit of time left here, so hopefully I can just hang out in the chat and have some jokes with Stu here. Penelope says, brilliant video call. Thanks, Penelope. I like hearing about Canadian roads and the bears. Yeah, there's bears everywhere. There's bears everywhere here. Though sometimes they'll come into Calgary. So the Bow River, not a deep river. It's the main water source coming into Calgary. The Bow and the Elbow. Pretty good fishing if you're into fly fishing. It's so shallow you really can't kaplunk fish. Yeah, there'll be like every so often, a bear located in Calgary wandering around the neighborhoods, or mountain lions, aka cougars. They come right through Calgary all the time. In fact, I'm right on the edge of the foothills. And so you'll constantly hear stories about, horses being attacked by cougars. They'll try to go for the back of their neck, of course. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Kyle saying, Neil and I went to the cycling museum in Belgium. That'd be awesome to see. And Andy Up lives close by. Yeah, I gotta start doing some more stuff like that. If I ever get over there, which I will. I'll make it happen. Once I hit YouTube stardom and I've got sponsors, I'm gonna make a trip over there. That's what I'm gonna do. Guaranteed. It's gonna happen, folks. You gotta be positive in life when you're technically losing your mind. So yeah, W. Cotty. Yeah, so pause. Can someone tell me, is this guy in our Discord? Penelope, I know you're still here. He's in the Discord, right? I could be wrong. But he's going to be 125. And that's a perfect number too, I think. Not 126, 125. Just nice number. I'm sure the powers that be are looking at this going, this is how you do it. Yeah, solid race groups. So what I can say here too, there's probably been a big addition. Quite a few riders came from Farnham, so really cool that the Farnham boys can come out and play with the Muckers on a Tuesday. So they're going to contribute a lot here. There was a couple of GRC members floating around. The hitters that are back. I mean, it's October 1. I've had my furnace on for like the last 2 or 3 days. I've had the heat on in the living room, the heat pump. Those things that are on your wall, they're AC and heat. It'll be good for about another month and a half, and then they're garbage. So that's the big thing they keep pushing here in Canada is, buy heat pumps, heat pumps. That's all we hear. Past -20, they're useless. And everyone can keep telling me, but the technology's getting better. Oh, it's getting better. They're working so hard to get any heat out of the air. You might as well just turn an electric heater on, to be honest. You just might as well. And if you haven't lived in an environment where, I know there's a lot of places in the world that are green and have got their stuff together and they make it work. But when -5 is the coldest you ever get, you just don't even know. I think I told that story a while ago where that guy from the UK came with me and did a dog sled ride with me, and I thought he was going to die. He came to Canada for an interview, hung out with me for a day. I took him for a dog ride. The next day, he said, I don't want to do my interview. I just want to go home. So I scared him off Canada, and I'll take full credit for that. He even I think his flight was like 3 or 4 days away. He was like, no, I just got to go. I got to get back. So it's all my fault. When you're like, okay, yeah, so Penelope's saying, yes, it's Wayne. And Wayne just joined us. Okay, thanks, Penelope. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Thanks for jumping in. I'm glad the stream worked because everything was really bad. My ride was horrendous this morning. The worst I've ever had. Disconnected, just throughout the whole ride. Time for shower and tea. Yep. Okay, Kyle, we'll see you Thursday. So once we're done here, folks, let's just see. Okay, we're sticking with Wayne Cotty here all the way to the finish. Get it, dude. Level 9. You're a little bit behind the rest, but that's okay, man. You're going to get stronger and stronger every ride. Every ride getting stronger. I haven't even really seen what the stream looks like. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Works for me. Just going to hang out here. Yeah, so what's left on the rest of the agenda today? Rest of the agenda. Well, I think I said I got a couple of good applications in yesterday. Good companies. Could do the job in my sleep. But they're probably not hiring this guy. So they probably already have someone else in mind. Probably a younger person. Hey, see that younger person? You can pay me half what you're going to pay them, and I'll do twice the work. So stupid these days. I'm just telling you. It's quite frustrating to be just sitting around wasting away. So companies, now's the time to come on board. Now is the time to come on board. So 770 meters to go. W. Cotty here. So yeah, I will be working on the pig pen some more. I moved the first litter of pigs over. We have 4 healthy pigs, so we did lose 3. We lost that little guy that we took all day taking care of him and then just cratered. But these 4 know what they're doing. They're in like a smaller pen. I'm going to say it's probably like 8 feet by 14 feet or something. Nice and cozy. They got their heat lamp. I went and picked up another heat lamp today because Charlotte, the all black pig, she's going to have babies too. So she's in the barn now as well. And I'm going to get her heat lamp set up because they're so prone to the cold. If they get cold, they just die. They just cannot survive yet. So I've got a heat lamp, 250 watt bulb. I got to figure out the cords and stuff out there because I don't have power out there. So I got to rig some stuff up. And yeah, glad I've got my bike ride done, even though it was a terrible one. But great seeing this event. I'm pretty pumped that I got to see the first ride over 100 riders this year. And Wayne will be bringing it in, folks. Here comes our red lantern. Finishing it up. Penelope is jumping off too. Thanks, Penelope. And Stu saying, shout out to Mike Hagan. We both pushed our limits near the end of that climb. I only saw Mike briefly. There's so many names in here. I'm finding new names the whole time. But yeah, I know Mike very well. So they were both pushing hard on the end of those climbs. And we got him crossing the finish yet? The barrier's still down. The route course workers are just not doing their job today, folks. This should be moved out of the way. Anyway, folks, I'm just going to pop out. Everyone's done. Pretty sure everyone's done. Unless there's some like latecomers floating around something. You just never know. Yeah, so these are all our casualties here. Mechanicals, mentals, physicals. Wow, look at some of the people. Like this guy, Frunk, lost it right here. All he had to do was get over that bump. That's all he had to do. So close, dude. Okay, let's jump out of that, folks. I'm going to quit that. We're going to bounce out. We're going to go to the home screen. And I'm going to jump back to my chat. I think most of everyone's gone now. Okay, so Stu's talking about it here now. That stop over the last 2K was because I wanted to keep everything moving to threshold, but didn't want to give anyone a draft. Yeah, Stu, like every time you went, they would have to go and then you would let off. And so it was kind of like you were just lulling them into it. Like this time, no, this time, no, this time. And then they're like, he's not going to go now. Then you went. So, dude, that was such a good move. So make sure you check that part of the video out. Stu, guess what? That's the moment of the race. Moment of the race. The race. Stew. There it is. You can't read that, but that's what it says. Stew, right there. I'll probably make a little video out of that. Maybe I'll do like an extended short or something like that. I don't want to give away all your racing tips and tricks or strategies, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to show that again for everyone, because I know most people aren't going to sit through my hour and a half long videos. But anyway, so I'm going to jump off. I'm going to work on some stuff here today. There's a couple of people I want to contact, maybe do some commentary for them. I was watching that human-powered vehicle racing. That looks so cool to me. I hope the guy gets back to me so I can use his video and try to put something together for him. Because otherwise it's just him riding a bike. But yeah, it's insane, that racing. So insane. It might be a good afternoon of chilling on the couch with, I don't know, breadcrumbs and watching some of that stuff. So anyway, folks, I'm going to jump out. We'll see y'all soon. Please like, subscribe, comment, bell notifications, blah, blah, blah. Send me pickled herrings. And buy me a coffee if you'd like. All the links are going to be here at somewhere. You can find them somewhere. You know what to do. Inside Cycling World, Colin here. Let's grow this baby. Thanks for watching.